In this Minecraft video, I will be making a magnificent and huge city to occupy this island that I am currently living on. And it turned out amazing, but you can't see it yet. You have to watch the video for that. So in the meantime, like, subscribe, and watch the video. That sounded aggressive. Like, subscribe, and watch the video or else. Oh, we're like halfway done. Boom. Here we go. So this is the first building. Obviously, there's no interior. It's empty. In fact, I don't even have glass in the windows yet, but I'll fly out and show you a better view. Let me get a little bit better view. There we go. I think this looks nice. Been experimenting with this type of gradient. I really like this gradient. I killed a wandering trader. You can see its head over there. I put the llama in here. So we have this little almost support beam of sorts, and then we have the very textured brick building. We go along the side, still textured, tapers off a little bit as you get to the back. Then you have a dumpster, and you have this climbing all the way up. Over the back, we have heavy textured, because you can be able to see it from the back here, even though I'll add some fans and stuff. We have one exhaust pipe up here. You can see that because it goes to that, in which I will do some glass art of this going upwards. And that's about all I got for the start of it, but I think some heavy detail can definitely be added. But before we do that, I think it's more important that we build a road, because what are these guys going to do? I think a 3-wide road is perfect. I'll come back when the road is done. Want to see the road? Boom. Here it is. Goes down. I thought that the best thing to make it look textured and different from most Minecraft roads you see was to use hay bales. So I have hay bales and deep slate, and it goes all the way down. You can come over here and back over here, and it tapers into the rocks over here. And I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to have buildings lining over here. I might even have some alleyways going that way and that way. But I think that this definitely looks like it's the start of a city. If you view it from this angle, maybe even go up a couple blocks. That looks like the start of a city if I've ever seen one. I'm very happy with how this turned out. So, let's start planning our next building. Real quick before I go to planning the building that will be over here, I first want to add some glass art to this. So, we'll come back and see what that looks like. There we are. Let's take a look at it from a couple angles. Alright, I like that one. That one looks good. Let's see it from over here at the start of the road. That also looks good. Let's see it from the city over here. Oh, nice. And let's see it from over here. Alright, I'd say that looks like it's pretty convincing. Plus, now when you're on ground level, you'll know that there's got to be a pipe up there somewhere. You can piece together that. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, now let's start planning the building. And now that I added the fans in the back, this looks great. If you notice, I started the plans over there. Let's go take a look at that. Alright, here's the plan for the second building. It's going to be a little bit thinner than this building, but a little bit taller. And instead of having 3 windows on the front, it's going to have 4, and it's also going to have 3 on the side. This side only. I'm not going to have them on this side. You'll see why after. But I think that this will make a good ratio, because this one will go up to maybe here. So it'll be, what, 3, maybe 4 blocks taller. And then this one right here will add, the wideness, and then I'll have a cool something for the alleyway over here, and I think that'll look great. So let's add the last touches to this by adding some windows here, and then I'll start building that. All right, there we go. Got all the nice blue glass in. Now let's work on this. And there we are. Here is the white building. A little bit thinner than that one, a little bit taller than that one. You can look over here. This is the front. This is the left side. This is the back side, if I can make this jump. And this is the right side. I think this came out pretty well. Very happy with it. It looks a little bit flatter than this one, which I don't know what I'll do to fix that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe some people want to have flower beds. Maybe some people want to have flower beds here. That could help. I think this goes well with that. as you can see here, I have my next building planned as well. So before we go to that, let me do the last final touches on the alleyway here, and then we can move on to the third building. And here we go. We have the sidewalks here that go into the alleyways. I'll continue this all the way around the rest of them, but it's just a basic gradient of stone bricks, and gravel. I threw a couple polished andesite in, but that's more just for over here. And then I finished it off by adding some boxes, barrels, and some rubble that kind of fell down into here. Then when you come around, you can see this cuts this off so you can't really go around. And around back, there's not much but the fans. So I think this looks pretty good, and I would say that these two are now finished, and it's time for me to go to the next one. So let's go see how this one looks. Alright, and here's the third building. I don't have any of the details on yet, I'll do that after a bit. But I just wanted to point out how this building trick of having these windows the exact same type as this, but shifted up one. See how there's a 2-block gap there and one up there? 1 block gap there, 2 block there. These buildings are the same size, but it tends to make this one look slightly, ever so slightly taller. Especially because this one looks like it gets most of its height from the smoke. So this one doesn't actually have to be taller, so it doesn't affect the skyline from back there, but it makes it look a little bit taller when you're walking from the ground level. Alright, so here's this building. Here is the face of it. Here is the left side of it. Here is the back of it. And here is the right side of it. Overall, I think this came out pretty well, just like the last two, so now let me add some finer details to it. Alright, finer details are done. Let me show you. I'm over here. I added 2 fans and this that goes all the way up. If we go up, we'll see I have the roof designed and textured. We have the green and the moss that comes up, and we have the rest of the design. Along this side, we have the back. I have a fan here, and I have 2 new dumpsters as well here. On this side, I left it plain because we're gonna have some stuff in here, maybe some ropes going across. But back, I really like these. I like having dumpsters. As you can see, I have 1 over there, and I have 2 over here, all different colors. This one technically changes colors. Then I have the 2 fans and this that goes up. And I think that this marks this building done. Let's go on to the 4th building. Alright, here's the 4th building, and this one's a little bit different from the others. As you can see, there's no windows on this side. I already did kind of the small details here. You can see here it's got a base and then this building. So it goes up. On this side we have a textured back. Come over here. Go along, you go up to here. You have some support beams. Come along here, you have the 1 window and then some more support beams. And this is supposed to be a wackier type of building. It's also meant to be longer than it is, let me try it again. Thicker this way, width-wise, than it is this wise. You know, this one is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks wide. And this over here, I think is like 16, maybe 18. That way that it sticks out a little bit further from these buildings. So since this one sticks out further than this building by 2, and this one here sticks out further than this building by 2, and this one sticks out further than this building by 2, it creates an effect that goes upwards. And I chose for this one to be taller than that one, but a little bit shorter than that one. So I think this creates a nice skyline here. And I did want this one to be wacky, as I said. This is the only one that I didn't plan in creative out of the 4 here. I just kind of want to have some fun with it. I found some blocks that I had. I made a basic gradient. And then I had a couple smaller details, like over here. I thought it was too saturated, so I added a little bit of dark oak signs through it. Over here, got just a touch of detail from this. And then, I don't know where to put the door. I imagine the door will probably go right here. And then you see on the inside, the copper stands out. But I'll figure out where I want to put the door later. And then you have the ladder that goes up with the support beams. And then you have the roof, which I don't actually have textured. Unlike the others, this one's not textured. It's meant to look a little bit more basic and plain at the top, because the rest of it comes from the weird fact that it's got a base unlike the rest of them, and then it's a weird color compared to the rest. I hope it doesn't clash with the tower I built a couple episodes ago, but I don't think it will. I'll take a peek right now, actually. Maybe I can fly. No, I don't think it clashes too much. Not at all. But I think that I should actually make the roof black. Like that. I like how this looks. I like how that and that look. I think that I need to change the back of this ever so slightly. I don't quite like it that way. Let's see it from the actual city's perspective, down here. Walking along the path, you go down the dock, onto the little beach here. That looks good. Still don't like it. That looks good, that looks good. And I don't think they clash. I don't think they make them clash at all. If we go over the dock, yeah, I like it. You're entering the city. Looks good. I like it. You enter through the gate. See it kind of slowly go back that way since they go out two each. You go along. That kind of gets hidden by this. Not fully, but then you go along. Ground level, I'll probably add some more, as in like this. I'll keep going out. I'll change the way this looks a little bit. Probably not a ton. No, I think that for this side of the street, that looks pretty good. Obviously, there's going to be another side of the street, and then maybe another layer of buildings and one building over there, so it actually looks like a city. But, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, let's add the last little details of the bottom part here, and maybe the back, and then I can talk about what I'm going to do for this side of the street. Alright, let me show you the details. Alright, as you can see, the street has continued all the way around. We can go through here. You can see everything. Back here we have the whole thing filled. We got garbage cans, dumpsters, all of these. Nice. I also attached the road going out and into the parking lot here. I also have these hedges that go around the edge here. There's nothing really in there, but I have two entrances, and maybe I'll make a little garden in here. I originally had these 3 blocks tall, but I kind of wanted you to be able to see the white design a little bit better, since, you know, this is one of my favorite designs when it comes to support beams. I'm very happy with how this came out, and I think it looks great. So now it's onto this side of the road. As you can see, I already have my palette, and I already have the outline of what I want the place to look like. So we should go to when that's done. But first, now that we're about halfway done with the street thing, and before we continue, I'd like to say that if you're this far into the video, maybe you should like and subscribe. Not many people do it. So, if you enjoy the video, you got this far, maybe give it a like, maybe give it a subscribe. If you really liked it, maybe even comment. I also wanted to say that 2 of my biggest inspirations for Minecraft YouTube builders and video production is Schuler and Building with B-Dubs. And I'm going to have some skits in my videos now because I've always wanted to try it, and I can see that it works out for some people. So let's move on to the skit for the video, and then move on to the actual video. Do you struggle to make it across this vast, vast Minecraft world? Then try out this brand new nifty invention created by MintChip13. It blasts you so far away, you don't even know if you'll survive. And boom, there we go. Now, this building here, it's definitely a building. I mean, you look at it next to the rest, and yeah, building. The texturing's pretty simple. You can see I just have tough, and a tiny bit of moss. And I think this looks good, but it's plain. If we come over here and we look at every other building, all 4 of them, we can see there's something special with each one. This one here, texturing, yeah, but all buildings have texturing. So we have the support beam here going up around the windows. We have the garbage can, the ladder, and the smoke over here. Now, there's no extra framing details, but it's just so heavily textured that it carries itself between this one to this one, which also is heavily textured around the sides here and a tiny bit at the bottom, but it's got a ladder and it has 2 fans. Then we have this one. We have this one, which is heavily textured at the bottom, has interesting framing, is built different from the rest, has an extra wall on the side, which is detailed, and it has the support beams, and on the other side, other support beams. This one here has nothing. So I kind of wanted to add a special twist, since I haven't built in this style for a bit. I'm going to have like almost a bridge of sorts that'll connect it to the other building, and it'll have some cool details with the stone bricks. So let's go and see how that looks. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Alright, right here. This is the bridge. Or, it's a design bridge. It's not going to be used as an actual bridge. But here we go. Heavily detailed. Has a bunch of support blocks on it. I think it looks pretty good. I'll show you from over here. And there we go. I'm very happy with how this looks. I think it turned out great. Very happy. So this right here connects to that building. That will then connect over to a building that'll be right here. And it'll be offset by this, by 1 block. And this over here is offset by 2 blocks. That way the streets don't connect perfectly with the alleyways, because I think that look kind of weird. Look too symmetrical. So I like this. I think this turned out pretty well. Used a lot of stone brick, but I think it turned out well. I like the way it looks on the building here when you can see it on the inside going in. Almost circular, but I have it stopped there, so it's almost like an arch. I think it looks pretty good. So now let's move on to the building that will be attached to this side. This is what happens when humans have free will. Let's go check it out. I'm leaving it because I like it. It's not good. I will not tell you that I think this is a good build, because it's not. But I like it. It has character. Look at it. Look at it. There is only 2 buildings in this city so far that I built without pre-planning. Can you guess which 2? I'll give you a couple more seconds. Which one is it? You're right. It's that one, and it's that one. The 2 most colorful ones. They don't look like they belong in a city, but they belong in my city, and I like them. I think that it almost ruins the look of this to this, except the fact that this is the best angle of this building. I almost feel that if I removed this red thing, like the red and the orange and the yellow, that the building wouldn't look bad. In fact, I'm nearly positive. I'm debating, do I remove the red? I could remove the red and it would look so much better. Let's take a look at this side. I think I'm gonna remove this colorful thing. I know I just said it has character. I'm not gonna remove it, but it looks so bad. I don't know what to do with these colors. I have random colors and I just don't know what to do with them. Yeah, I take it back. I'm gonna remove that and I'll be back when I remove that. Yeah, this is a lot better. I can't deny that this is clearly better than what it was before. I'm sad, but I understand. Look at the top here. Oh, I can't jump this? What? We come up here, we have the ladder. Go to the top of this one, if I can land it. We have the moss kind of growing and breaking down this, because I thought it added character, since I can't have character with colors. It just looks bad. But now I'm happy with it, because I've seen some green buildings in real life, and this looks like a concrete green building. I still have the yellow accents, because I like it. I don't know what I'm going to do on this side to make it look better, because this all looks very flat. I almost just want to cover it up, build a boat here, and boom, now it's fixed. But we'll see. I really don't know. I think those finishing touches will have to come at the end of the video. But I say we should work on the next building that's going to go right here. Now this is what you get when you give people free will. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Look at it. It's a little plain on the back, as most of the builds on this side are. Look at it. I think it matches perfectly to this. I like it a lot. I found a way to use all three colors since I didn't want that sitting in my inventory or sitting in a chest somewhere. And I think it looks good. I'll give you a sky view. What happened? So here's the back, which is probably the worst looking section. Here's the, oh dang it. Here is the top. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to do the interior better though, is because like we have red and that's it. You go up, it's just red. And I need to have it go all into the orange and up into the yellow. But I think it looks good. I like that it goes red, orange, yellow, the way that it would shift in the color scheme. Obviously the darkest color at the bottom and at the back, you know, with the sun. Well, the sun is over there, but when it moves over, then the sun is over there. I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Obviously, like I said, there'll be finishing details on all these builds. I already started with this one by adding the head mod over here, where you add mini heads of stone bricks. I think that looks good. But first, I'm getting annoyed by this being ground, so let me change it to this pattern, and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Look at it all. This took me too long. It really did. I added like a little gate type thing over here, since this was hollow before. But if you notice over here, I added a road, and on the right of the road, we have all this. It's all empty. I didn't even break all this stuff yet, but you can see it's all empty, and I've been breaking this down. And the reason why is that I want to transition this over to my mega base, and the grass and the dirt doesn't look very good. So I'm going to use a combination of stone, cobblestone, maybe some stone bricks, and kind of transition it into this. So I'll be back when I'm done with that. And done. Look how much better this looks. I'll show you a sky view. Oh, that's wonderful. This is perfect. Now, I know it looks like I could add buildings or something over here for the city, but I just don't know. I kind of like the look of the open ground. Same with back here. Maybe I'll add some dumpsters or something. I like that I have this little tuff of stuff over here. But I don't really want to add any more buildings. I think the 7 that I have is good. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, the 7 that I have is good, and I like it. I think that's what I want. This one goes to the end of that. This one sticks out a little bit. I could have one there, but like I said, I don't know what I put here. I don't have any other ideas. And I like that it's open. Maybe if I get inspired one day, I'll build one here, or maybe one here. But for now, I think we are done with the city. But to cap off the video, I will not be doing anything in here. Instead, I am going to spontaneously build another building down in the cave system. So let's go there. Last time we built this house right here, which I think is good, but I'm going to do one with a little bit less copper. And let's see, where should I put it? Like I said, very spontaneous. I don't even know where I want to put it. Let's see. Where would a house look good? Anywhere down here? Maybe. Let me do one right here. Alright, the platform is ready, and now I'm going to build it. I'm going to leave it, but I think that one's better. This one is definitely better than that one. But it still has character. So, I like it. Well, guys, that will have to do it for today's episode. We got all that accomplished today, and I'm very happy with how that came out. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, like, subscribe, and comment. If you comment a video idea or a build idea, as you can see this empty place above my head, still open for suggestions. So, thank you for watching very much, and I'll give you one last good look at the city. Thanks for watching.